to say is a state of physical, emotional, and mental well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Hello everybody, welcome to another exciting time on Wellbeing, one show that keeps you updated on trending health issues. Today we are going to talk about habits that silently shape our health and our future. My name is Geraldine, and today's conversation is one that adults, families, in fact, practically everybody. But before I begin, I'd like to ask you this simple question. How much sugar did you consume today? Was it in your tea, a soft drink, a snack, a biscuit, or maybe a fruit juice you believed was healthy? We'll go on a short break right now, and then we'll give you the opportunity to pick your pen and your diary, because you know that on Wellbeing, we keep you informed, we keep you entertained, and above all, we keep you educated. Be right back. Welcome back. This is Wellbeing on Spectrum TV. And today we are going to talk about sugar, the harm it does to your body, and above all, the sugar tax law. Now, of course, you know that sugar is everywhere. It tastes good, it gives you quick energy, and it has become a regular part of our daily lives. But behind the sweetness lies a growing health crisis. Now, do you know that in UK, as in the United Kingdom, on April 6, 2018, the sugar tax was introduced, and these affect the sale of sugary drinks. The bill is called the Soft Drinks Energy Levy. Now, it requires shoppers to pay up to 24 pence per litre depending on how much sugar is added to the drink. Now, this is it. If you buy a drink that has more than 5 grams of sugar per 100 milliliters, there will be tax 18 pence per litre. This means that the price of a 500 milliliters of any drink will have additional 9% tax. Now, drinks with 8 grams of sugar per 100 milliliters are taxed 24 pence, resulting in 500 milliliters of drink costing extra 24 pence tax. So this means you will have to pay more for sugary things in the United Kingdom. The law is to reduce sugar intake by their citizens. If you follow carefully on our news on Spectrum TV, you would see that the federal government in Nigeria is proposing to amend the Customs and Excise Tariff Act to raise the sugar-sweetened beverage excise tax from the current 10 naira per litre to 130 naira per litre. The Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Pate, along with public health advocacy groups like the Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa, are backing the increase, citing that the current 10 naira rate is too low to deter consumption and has been eroded by inflation. But this is it. Many people are asking, why tax sugar? Is sugar really that dangerous? And how do we control cravings when sugar feels addictive? For the next 20 minutes, I'm going to break down clearly and practically the sugar tax, the real cost of sugar to our health, and what you can do starting today. But for now, let's begin with understanding the sugar tax law. A sugar tax law is a government levy placed mainly on sugar-sweetened beverages like soft drinks, energy drinks, sweetened juices, and sometimes high sugar snacks. The aim is not to punish consumers, but to protect public health authorities. Now, public health authorities noticed that there is a direct link between high sugar consumption and the rising cases of obesity, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, tooth decay, especially among children. Now, another important goal of the sugar tax is to encourage manufacturers to reduce the amount of sugar in their products. In Nigeria today, you can see all manner of sweetened drinks with very funny names. In countries where sugar taxes were introduced, like I read earlier, many companies reformulated their drinks to contain less sugar. Now, let's paint this picture. Imagine you're going to get a sweetened juice and they tell you that the price is 800 or 1000 naira. Like, imagine your daily carbonated drink. Like, you just walked up and like, oh, I need this drink, and they're like, it's 1000 naira. When you remember, right, that gari is 2 cups 500 and granite is 100 naira, you will think twice. This is what the sugar tax law is trying to prevent. The sugar tax works in two ways. It influences consumer behavior and forces the food industry to make healthier choices. But beyond policy, we need to understand why sugar is such a serious problem. So this is it. If this law is passed in Nigeria, if you are someone who produces sugary drink, you will have to think twice, because who would want to buy a carbonated drink at 1000? Who wants to buy a carbonated drink at 15? Who want to, even the price that is being sold now, like, you have to be, I can remember that when the price of, a particular carbonated drink was, increased, it took me so much to, like, I cannot just get the drink. I remember when my friend came in from UK and she was like, oh, Nigeria is so blessed. I mean, you can find all this carbonated drink at such cheap rate. Down there, it's very expensive. I didn't really understand until I did a research on the sugar tax law. Today on the show, for me personally, I'm also going to advocate that the sugar tax law should be created, because we have lots of diabetes cases, lots of obesity cases in Nigeria as we speak. Let's talk about the health cost of excess sugar in the body. Of course, we know that sugar is a carbohydrate and the body needs small amounts of it for energy. We are not saying don't take sugar, we are just saying take it moderately. The problem in taking sugar is excess, far more than the body can handle. One of the major problems caused by excess sugar is diabetes and blood sugar problems. When you consume too much sugar regularly, your body is forced to produce large amounts of insulin. Over time, the body becomes resistant to insulin, leading to type 2 diabetes. Diabetes is not just about high blood sugar. It damages vital organs like the eyes, the kidneys, the heart, and the nerves. Many people suffer vision loss, kidney failure, or limb complication because of uncontrolled diabetes. So, I have a question for you. How often do you check your sugar intake or blood sugar levels, especially if diabetes runs in your family? Let me tell a short story. One day way back in 2023, we went for outreach, and we saw so many people in a particular community. They had a diabetes problem, mostly eye loss, vision, kidney. So we asked a particular woman, what happened to you? She said, I was just sitting down there and a bird came and poked my toes, and that was how my legs swell. Yes, people say these things, but look back at the level at which you and your family consume sugar. And it's not just in drink only, because when we talk about sugar, you think it only maybe in drink. Another problem that sugar causes is obesity and weight gain. Sugary food and drinks are packed with calories, but they lack nutrients. They do not make you feel full, so you keep eating and drinking more. That is what causes obesity. Also, liquid sugar, especially from soft drink, is one of the fastest ways to gain weight without realizing it. And I have the second question for you. Which sugary food or drink contributes most to your daily calorie intake? This is it. When you get to identify and answer this question, you will know, oh, I'm taking this fruit juice a whole lot and it's very, very bad for my health. I need to stop. And also we can see that excess sugar in the body can cause heart problems and blood pressure. Excess sugar increases bad cholesterol and inflammation in the body. This raises the risk of heart attacks, stroke, and high blood pressure condition. And of course, you can see the high blood pressure condition now is now affecting people at younger ages. So I have a question for you. Have you ever considered sugar as a risk factor for your heart disease? I know it hurts you so bad in your heart, but have you checked your sugar level? That could be where the problem comes from. Instead of accusing somebody in the village or ascribing it to cold, why not check your sugar intake? Number 4 causes of dangers of excess sugar in the body is tooth decay and oral health. Sugar feeds harmful bacteria in the mouth. These bacteria produce acid that destroy tooth enamel, leading to cavities and gum diseases. Children are particularly vulnerable. So this is a question for you parents. How often do your children in the house consume sugary snacks or drink? As a parent, you have to really check met. Let me tell you a story. I know a parent who never introduced their children to sugary drinks, and when their children they were triplets. When their children got to like 5 years, sugar felt bitter in their mouth. Like sugary drinks that children are like, yeah, felt very bitter in their mouth. And that was how they were able to control their children's intake of snacks and sugar. When I was much younger, when I see fat children, when I see children on the chubbier side, I used to feel that, they're from rich homes. No, it's not. Your child is consuming excess sugar, and that's why she's just so plumpy. Another cause of sugary drinks, excess sugar in your body, is that it could change your mood. You could change your mood. Sugar causes rapid spikes in energy followed by sudden crashes. This leads to tiredness, poor concentration, irritability, and frequent cravings for more sugar. Now, if you notice you're feeling tired or irritable shortly after consuming sugary food, you need to stop. Let's talk about the economic and social cost of sugar. Now, the damage caused by excess sugar does not stop at individual level. Your family spends so much money on hospital visits, medication, and long-term care. Government will also spend billions treating preventable disease linked to sugar consumption. There is also loss of productivity. People miss work due to illness, fatigue, or complications from diabetes and heart disease. Children who consume too much sugar early in life are more likely to face health problems as adults. This creates a cycle of poor health that affects society as a whole. This is why sugar is now considered not just a personal issue, but a public health concern. So, to some people, sugar can be an addiction. How can you break this addiction? If you're listening to me right now, if you're a parent and unfortunately your child is already used to taking sugar in the morning, taking sugary snacks in the morning, how can you as a parent help control this? Because of time, I'm just going to run this down. Many people say, I know sugar is bad, but I just can't stop, and I can relate. The struggle is real. I'm not here to condemn you, but we are here to help each other. Sugar affects the brain in a way similar to habits that are hard to break. It activates pleasure centers, making the body crave more, especially during stress, fatigue, or emotional moments. The good news is that sugar addiction is learned, and anything learned can be unlearned with patience and consistency. So you will not say, oh, I'm like this because that was how I was born. No, it's just a habit. You were born to see a family. Oh, God, forgive me. But then, when you watch movies, I used to think that was, A proof that you are a rich person was in the amount of sugary things that you take in. So you watch movies, right? And there's a dining table, and then there's a very sugary fruit juice on the table, probably orange color, and you'll be thinking, oh, rich family. No. Taking excess sugar is no sign. Don't be like me. Well, as a child, I spoke and thought as a child. So if you are a sugar addict, these are the basic things that you need to, basic ways that you have to follow. One, you have to become aware of your sugar sources. The first step is awareness. Many people focus only on the obvious sugar like sweet, soft drink, but sugar hides in bread, sugar hides in sauces, cereals, flavored yogurts, and packaged snacks. So when we talk about sugar, don't just cut off maybe the drinks, but then you are still taking in snacks, you are still taking in bread and all. So this is a question: everyday food can you eat? Sorry, do you know that there's some everyday food that you eat that contains hidden sugar? So in a day, if you want to break out of the sugary addiction, you have to write out at the end of the day, write out all the things that you ate and then check which of them here contained sugar and excess sugar. 2, reduce gradually, not immediately. We are not saying just stop. We are saying, do you get? If you used to consume 8 slices of bread, you can reduce it to 4. Yes, I know someone looking at me right now, but then you can reduce it to 4. If you used to eat like, you cannot eat, when you come to work, you consume like 5 biscuits with, a carbonated drink. Why not break it? Thank God for granules. Why not break it to 1 biscuit, 1 granule at least? This is it. If you cut immediately, it could lead to headaches, irritability, and strong cravings. So it's better you reduce it from 8 slices of bread to 6, then from 6 to 4, from 4 to 2. And you see, that is how you can get rid of it. 3, replace, don't just remove. So instead of saying, okay, when I come to work, I eat biscuits a whole lot, why not buy fruit on your way? So instead of taking biscuits, you take food. Let me tell you a short story. There was a time I was so addicted to junk. Like, I could not stay without taking junk. Everybody knew. Everybody, it was so bad. So one day when I took control of my health, because the first thing is awareness, I said, okay, fine. The price of a meat pie is how much? 1,000. The price of a good food is how much? Still 1,000. So I replaced meat pie with food. So instead of me reaching out for meat pie, I went for food. And instead of me, if I cannot get food, I get fruit. So instead of me reaching out to meat pie, I reach out for fruit. So instead of removing and stopping, replace it. So that when you crave for carbonated drinks, you could take a good fruit drink that is not sugary. Replacing sugary snacks with healthier options help control cravings. So I have a question for you. What healthy snacks can you keep within reach instead of sweet? What healthy snack can you keep within reach instead of sweet? Number 4, eat balanced meals regularly. This is a secret. If you eat well, a balanced meal will help stabilize your blood sugar and reduce cravings. If you leave very early in the morning and you don't eat, there is always that probability that you can't tell Mary, I beg, please give me 3 biscuits. And that's how you have ruined your day. So if you're listening to me right now and you like to eat biscuits instead of good food, choose Auntie B over Mary, because Auntie B will keep you longer. Number 5, drink more water. Thank God for, where I work, we have excess water that is always brought every single day. Drink water. Instead of drinking, carbonated drinks, drink water. In other words, avoid okay, a name just eluded my mind right now. Oh, what's that name? Avoid going to that particular unit and come down here where we have sufficient water. If you know that you have a colleague that has sugary stuff, avoid that colleague. Instead, go to a colleague that has water. So I have a question for you. How many glasses of water do you take daily? It may not be so much, but see, just start. You may not be able to finish a sachet water, but it's better to start and not start at all. Now, lastly, you have to learn how to control sugary drinks. Sugary drinks are the biggest source of excess sugar. So you have to learn, cut it down, cut it down. Last year, I think the only time I consumed sugary drink was December. You know, December I could not just help myself because it was literally everywhere. But I'm back, guys. New Year resolution is not just, New Year resolution could be every day I will drink water. So I'm going to ask you today, have you drank water today? And between January 1st and now, how many sugary drink have you taken? I'll leave you to answer that. And also, you have to restrain your test boards. Avoid chilled drinks. When once you see and the drink is chill, you have to make sure you avoid it. And also, you have to learn to manage stress. Stress can also lead to, you wanting to take carbonated drink. Avoid stress and sleep well. Stress and poor sleep increases sugar cravings. When you are tired, there is every possibility that you can say, oh, okay, I'm going to reach out to that sugar. It happens. I do it. So I'm telling you. So instead, do all you have to do and go to bed. Go to bed. Don't scroll on social media. Go to bed. And also plan ahead. Plan ahead. When I stopped taking junk, it helped me plan what I'm going to eat for a week. So instead of me to just wake up and then go to work, on my weekends, I've planned what I'm going to eat. Maybe I prepare stew or something that could guide me along the way. So my last question for you today is, do you plan your meals or you eat whatever is available? For you to keep your health, for you to be in good health, you have to also apply the 80-20 balance healthy eating rule. Balance your eating. Your health is your wealth. You have to commit to making healthier choices most of the time. Because this is the truth. Reducing sugar is not about perfection. It's about progress and consistency over time. Reducing sugar is not about perfection. It's about progress and consistency over time. And that's to say we've come to the end of a show on well-being today. As we conclude today's show, always remember that you have to do everything possible to take good care of yourself. Drink water, avoid excess drink, and follow all the rules given. My name is Geraldine James. Till I come your way, same time, same station. I love you so much. Please take care of your health. Goodbye.